The best places to visit in Peru, South America. Peru is a destination that begs to be explored. In this vast and storied land, ancient, colonial, and modern traditions melt together for an unforgettable cultural experience. No matter the type of traveler, history buff, adventurer, or foodie, Peru offers a myriad of activities to satisfy every appetite. It's no surprise that its ancient sites, beautiful topography, and diverse ecosystem attract visitors from all over the world, making it one of the most popular destinations in South America. Let's explore one of the most coveted destinations in all of South America. Comes complete with breathtaking fortresses built by the Incas, soaring cloud forests, the snow-topped Andes, the dusty Atacama and the misty Amazon rainforest alike. 1. Machu Picchu. The absolute must-see destination in Peru is, of course, Machu Picchu. It is one of those places that you won't believe until you have seen it. The great fortress in the clouds, the masterpiece of the Incas, the Andean citadel to rival all others, Machu Picchu rarely fails to draw a gasp. It sits perched a whopping 2,400 meters up on the spiky ridges above the winding Urubamba River, the jewel of the iconic Sacred Valley and reachable only by foot. Various treks weave their way up to the UNESCO Heritage Wonder from below, passing rustic Peruvian mountain towns and offering up breathtaking vistas of the Andes as they go. Then the prize itself emerges, a glorious conglomeration of terrace houses and temples, crumbling altarpieces and animist sculpture, draped dramatically between the cloud forests and oozing pre-Columbian history from every one of its cracked and weathered pores. Lima. Known as the City of the Kings, Lima is Peru's capital city and a symbol of its Spanish colonial history, industry, and independence. First-time visitors should check out the local museums and get a taste for Peru's depth of history. Museo Larco has an ancient collection of pre-Columbian exhibits of Peru's indigenous people, where guests can also enjoy beautiful gardens and an on-site restaurant. There's no better way to enjoy the coastal views of Lima than in the lush neighborhood of Miraflores. Stroll through Parque de Lima, which offers spectacular views of the Pacific Ocean, or head to the ancient clay pyramid of Huaca Pulana for a dose of history. You can visit during the day or at night when lights make it a sight to behold. If you need to get some shopping in, the Larcoma is the place. Cusco. Lima may hold the title as the official capital of Peru, but Cusco is the original seat of power for the Inca Empire. Declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1983. It is apparent why it deserves that title. Cusco is a beautiful city. From its Inca and 16th century colonial architecture, to its narrow, winding streets, the city has a romantic vibe with a distinct European feel. While there are many places to stay, Inca Terra La Casona is a standout. The 16th century manor house was restored into a 11-suite boutique hotel situated in the historic Plaza de las Nazarenas. Cozy features, traditional Incan and Spanish decor, and a central open courtyard make for an unforgettable stay. Cusco's main square, the Plaza de Armas, is perhaps the city's most iconic site and a prime spot for a leisurely stroll and people watching. The square is also surrounded by many eclectic shops and restaurants. The awe-inspiring Cusco Cathedral sits on periphery of the square and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Archaeological relics, artifacts, and colonial works of art are displayed within. After a long day of touring the city, stop at the Museo del Pisco, which offers cocktail classes and flight tastings of pisco, a distinctly Peruvian aperitif. Sit back and enjoy the scenery. Sacred Valley. Once the heartland of the Inca Empire, the Sacred Valley of the Incas is a valley in the Andes, close to Cusco and the ancient city of Machu Picchu. The valley was appreciated by the Incas due to its special geographical and climatic qualities. The region contains numerous archaeological remains and villages, including the Inca cities of Pisac and Ollantaytambo. The hippie town of Pisac in the Sacred Valley offers beautiful ruins on top of a mountain and one of the best markets in Peru. You'll also find all of your shamanic tools here, such as rapé, sacred shamanic snuff medicine, and rapé pieces. The small town of Ollantaytambo in the Sacred Valley is a perfect example of Inca street planning and design. With narrow cobblestone streets and ruins that cling to the cliffside above, Ollantaytambo will make you feel that you are stepping back in time. The Sacred Valley, also known as Urubamba Valley, is a prime destination for exploring Inca ruins and enjoying outdoor activities. Chan Chan. The ancient gateway to the arid desert lands of the Moche Valley is now one of the most fascinating pre-Columbian dig sites in all of Peru, and that's saying something. It's thought that the sprawling ruins of the city that can now be seen here, popping up like a cardboard cutout almost organically from the beige dunes and ridges of the desert, were raised in the middle of the 9th century AD. Chan Chan was once the epicenter of the powerful Chamorro Empire until the conquistadors established nearby power bases in Trujillo in the 1500s. And today the remains of monolith defense walls, countless temples and courtrooms, and elaborate irrigation systems can all be seen. Nazca Lines. The unexplained lines that are etched in the landscape are worth a trip to the Nazca. You can take a short plane ride above the lines so you can make out the shapes and come up with your own theory as to how they were created. The Nazca Desert occupies a strip along the northern Pacific coast on a high arid plateau. The famous Nazca Lines are located between the towns of Nazca and Palpa. Created between 200 BC and 700 AD, the figures range from simple lines to stylized spiders, monkeys, lizards and human figures. The dry, windless, stable climate of the Nazca Desert has helped keep the lines uncovered to the present day. Tour agents in Nazca offer round flights in a Cessna to view the lines. There is also an observation tower along the Pan American Highway with a view of 3 of the figures. Seven. The Amazon. The Peruvian Amazon covers about 60% of the country and is one of the most biologically diverse areas in the world. Get ready to get up close and personal with wildlife and creepy crawlers. Fun fact: the notorious anaconda calls these lands its home. Iquitos is the gateway to exploring the Amazon. There are several tour companies and boat operations that assist people in exploring the Peruvian Amazon. Some of the most popular attractions along the river include butterfly farms, animal orphanages and protected nature reserves. Huaraz. Everyone from intrepid mountaineers to casual hikers to view seekers flock to the high-perched town of Huaraz, which comes shrouded on all sides by the chiseled and precipitous peaks of the Great Cordillera Blanca, many of which rise to a whopping 6,000 meters above sea level. Earthquakes have long been the nemesis in this metamorphic corner of Peru, which means the town here has been built and rebuilt countless times. Still, it's not really about the urban side of things. Not with the mint-white massifs of the Huascarán National Park beckoning to the east, complete with curious blooms of Kitanka plants, prehistoric cave art, dinosaur footprints and the craggy tops of tall Arahu alike. The whitewashed city of Arequipa is home to one of Peru's most beautiful Plaza de Armas and some of the country's best food, which is saying a lot. Colca Canyon, which makes the Grand Canyon look small, is only a short ride away. Arequipa embodies a rich mix of the indigenous and Spanish colonial cultures. Examples of Spanish colonial architecture can be found throughout the center of the city. Among the most significant of these is the Santa Catalina Convent, which is often described as a city within a city because of its charming streets, colorful buildings and flowers. Arequipa is also the gateway to Peru's most visited natural attraction, the Colca Canyon. Trujillo is the largest city in Peru's Machu Valley. Once trodden by the Spanish conquistadors, it still oozes a colonial charm from each of its marble plazas and technicolor churches. The clip-clop of paso horses and the mellifluous sounds of Spanish chatter twist and turn around the palm-spattered Plaza de Armas at the metro's heart, while Rococo elegance abounds on the cathedral's faces and the desert peaks of Moche rise to a bulwark on the horizon. It's a truly beautiful place to while away some time in the north, and offers unrivaled access to the bucket list attractions of Chan Chan and the Huaca del Sol just to the south. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment and subscribe.